So this month I'm very happy to visit Aharon Coffee. He has an amazing roastery right in the heart of Beverly Hills and a beautiful cafe, and he has a very unique style and philosophy, not only about roasting but also about the joy of coffee. So let's check it out. I'm here with Aharon. So Aharon, what is your preferred way of brewing coffee?
So pour over, especially with the V60, is simple, but I have the ability to control very small details. So I'm enjoying it very much. It's brewing really, really solid cup of coffee.
And then what was your best coffee experience the last month?
It's very easy. I just bought recently Geisha Village, and it's off the chart. There is no chart for it. I gave a sip to my friend a few days ago, and he had the experience, same experience I had like 10 years ago with the Geisha. It was amazing, like really good coffee. We're roasting the blend Bravo. The blend Bravo is, I don't like to call it a blend because it's an experience that we are all the time changing the different beans in it. So Bravo, the name itself, just to complement the experience of coffee. Coffee need to have a big Bravo, you know. So that's why the name Bravo, because it's Bravo for coffee, thanks God, right? So we love coffee, so we call it Bravo because it is amazing. I have right now in the roaster, this is a 6 kilo roaster, amazing one. I have 6 kilo of Colombia, and I already roasted 6 kilo of Colombia and another 6 kilo of Colombia. And that's the base of the blend of the Bravo. This is Mexico, and the Mexico is coming to complement the Colombia. Now, there is another component for the Bravo because the promise of the Bravo is actually to complement espresso. And espresso is like by far one of the most talkative beverages there is. So espresso have to be solid. You have milk coming with that, microfoam for cappuccino, macchiato, flat white. My best is a piccolo with fresh almond milk, unsweetened, that we crafted here. So to really complement piccolo with milk, you need to have a solid espresso, and the Bravo, it's our espresso base. And the third component from Colombia and Mexico, it has to be Sumatra. Sumatra have so much richness of the earth. It's amazing. So it gives a lot of base richness of the earth. And then we have the fruit richness of the Colombia and the Mexico. And I make sure to check those beans before to know what I will receive. Yeah? By you tasting each beans, you know what you're gonna get in the end. You know, you are the roaster. So I started to roast Colombia for the Bravo blend. And Colombia, he liked that bean to have a first crack around 377 Fahrenheit temperature. And that's a bit higher than other beans. Each region have its own specialty. So that Colombia itself is so coconut and so sugary, and it's driven by its richness. So I like it in my Bravo. And the one I'm roasting right now, it's Mexico. Oh, the Mexico is so solid, and it's my second component. And the fruitiness of that Mexico is really what like I'm happy about in the blend. Now the third component is Sumatra, and the Sumatra is kind of giving balance to everything because the Sumatra, it's the less sugary one. You know, the wet process of Indonesia, it's removing a lot of different things. So we know today, thanks to my friend Willem Boot, my teacher, he's doing fermentation, different processing to coffee. So processing changing everything. Sumatra, Indonesia, wet process, different notes, you cannot get it in any other coffee. So that helping me to get certain less sweet in my blend, because it's muting all the sweetness, that process, but it's giving a lot of richness of the earth. And can you smell it? You smell grass, you smell flower. It's beautiful. So it's giving very balance to the blend, and the outcome is really nice. Love the Bravo. And then we're finishing the Bravo. I have a mixer, food mixer in the back that is going to mix all the different roasts that I did. And it's important to roast them separately and not to have all your green beans in one roast that already mixed. Each region gonna separate development, RD. It's different. They're not the same. You have to roast them separately, then you get better results. Take more time, but the joy is better like that. Bravo, loving it. We are getting close to the first crack, and I want to aim it not to come too high, and be able still to have a good development time with a progress of rise of temperature. So I'm on the way to 372 in a minute, and that looks like the right way. And this is the most important time to watch your roast. All the time it's important. You want to know what's happening in a minute and a half from now. But this time you can do changes that can be crucial, and it's important to see the RD roast development getting to the place that make you happy. You know, if you're not gonna be happy with the coffee, people are not gonna be happy. So the details of like the roast development is the real deal. You can, I'm nervous now talking about it, you know. Roast development, it's coming into play in a few seconds, and it's gonna be about 2 minutes. I just heard the first crack. Very nice. So I'm gonna aim my temperature. So I'm raising the temperature a little bit to get like another 18 Fahrenheit degrees in maximum of 2 minutes. Now it's the real experience, the joy of coffee with the Bravo. It's wonderful. That's what we're gonna brew as a special shot. We roast the coffee. Now it's the experience, what it is, right? I'm gonna brew it for around like 30 seconds. It's about 21 grams. And we're gonna get 1.5 ounce with the crema. Who is Aharon? Wow, it's a good question. Who is Aharon? So Aharon is born in Israel, 1966. Go through like regular education in the city of Tel Aviv, army, then came to the US, New York, very close to Tel Aviv, beautiful. Came to coffee about 10 years ago for professionally, but my first experience with coffee when I was 8 years old, fall in love with coffee. So anyhow, I love coffee. I enjoy to do what I do. One of the biggest accomplishments I have in my life is my journey. And my journey, it's like my family, my spiritual work, and my work at business, and all of them, three of them, family, spiritual, business, it's one. You live it as one. So that's my biggest accomplishment, to be like in that place of have a family. When I grew up in Israel, so coffee is a culture, part of the culture, so all the time guests coming and you make coffee. So my mom was making coffee all the time and I was watching. My uncle came to visit, nobody was home, I was after school. I didn't know what to do with him. I'm like, okay, you want coffee? I didn't know even how to make it. He said, yes. Just went for it, like 8 years old, 9 years old, and made him coffee. I never forget it. I think I made it right. He was happy. Meditation and roasting, it's aligned. When I inject the green beans in the roaster like I did right now, my first thought is for people to enjoy it. So I even expressing it, and that's a certain mantra of meditation for people to get that experience. And you don't move from here a lot. So you're all the time here and you're not talking because you don't want to get distracted. So by being here, if your consciousness in the right place, that's the meditation the roast need to have. If your consciousness is like all over the place, those small details you're gonna lose. And this is where is the joy. The joy is in the details. So that's my meditation, to watch the details, make sure I'm thinking about joy, and I want people to be happy. It's not for me, it's to service people. That's the biggest blessing, you know. The joy of coffee, it's the foundation of the operation. So we're mentioning the word joy, joy, joy so many times. And that's increasing the thoughts about joy just by saying it. So if that's the foundation, and it took me a long time to get to that foundation. I was sitting and thinking what I want to give to people, why I'm opening the business. Well, what's the reason? The best coffee in the world? Why not? I can compete, make the best coffee in the world. In the end of the day, it's what we remember, experiences. So the experience I want people to have from the operation we established here at Aharon Coffee, it's a joy of coffee. That's the only thing I want to deliver. I don't want to make the best coffee in the world. It doesn't exist with me. Even the best roast, I don't care. I want joy, joy, joy for people, and that's how I can get joy. Joy, 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 joy! The best memory of coffee, giving me a smile all the time. So, you know, you cannot go wrong with geisha. But what's happened, I didn't know I having geisha. I didn't have no idea what's geisha. Met Willem at Bukete at Baharake Cafe. And I get a cup of coffee after my flight. And immediately asking, what is coffee? And they telling me, oh, this is the winning excellence, the cup of excellence of Parmana. I'm like, okay. And it was amazing. So I can never forget that experience. Second experience, it's awesome. In my early 20s, I was working in the fashion industry in Paris and importing clothes, and it was so much fun. But the exposure to the coffee culture was insane. The espresso, like people desire espresso over there all the time. And when you go to the streets over there, to Paris, so it's a huge place, but every corner, you stand in one corner, and there is another 3 corners in the intersection, and all of them it's coffee shops. You go another block, another 4 coffee shop, another block, 4. That was sensational, and I was stopping in many of them all the time, and just drinking espressos. The actual culture was like such an amazing experience, and that's what you remember with coffee, experiences. Coffee roasting is stamping the stamp of the experience of people, and we want to have ability to channel experience that it's nothing to do with us, it's for them to enjoy. So Roasting, it's very, very detailed. Every second make a difference. Temperature, equipment, quality of the beans, the consciousness. If you have the right consciousness, your vibration is like going through to the work you do and absorbing the coffee. So the most exciting thing of the roast is this. Look at that. I reached to the place that it's the right temperature and the right roast, and I'm smiling now. I'm not stressing out. It was too high, too fast. That's the most happy thing in the roast. The most difficult thing of the roast is actually the changes that's going to happen in another minute and a half. Going to be the way you want it. So like, it's variables all the time. You got to be, yeah. What I like about the Giesen, wow, it's a solid, amazing equipment that have its study in the temperature changes. There is so many good things about it. It's just solid. The whole thing is like working. Like I'm working with it with the last 9 years, and I got in love with Giesen just from like seeing a demo online. You know, I saw the demo online. I was, wow, this is an awesome machine. And I got also some push toward that from online. I watched 4 Barrel, the owner of 4 Barrel, the owner of Ritual, and the owner of Blue Bottle. They were talking and the interviewers asking about equipment, and 2 of them was talking that we thinking about to change to Giesen. We're talking to Giesen. I said to myself, what's Giesen? I didn't know anything. I can count on Giesen, and what I can ask more from the machine. She or he, it's just doing whatever I want. And say that, it's a big deal. Like, it's solid. I feel I can do what I want to do. I can do all my work, and never going to be without, God willing, a working Giesen, you know? That's what we say. So if there is issues all the time, obviously, it's a machine, but you can fix it, you can work it, and that's what you can ask from equipment. Really support me 100%.